I'm sure a lot of other people that exist elsewhere in the world. Maybe there's a parallel show somewhere. I'm going to start with a story, because I've been thinking a lot about friendship. So here's a story about friendship. So I had this friend. We went to Hebrew school together since we were young. And then we studied together in Scotland. And she was coming back to town for just a weekend. I was really excited to see her because I hadn't seen her in about, 6 years. We were going to go eat and stuff. And she called me up on the phone and she was like, "Where do you want to eat?" She was like, "Do you want to go to..." And I was like, "Sure. Yeah, that sounds nice." So we went to this place, and I always get the wrong thing there. I always order wrong. I order the... It's like, oh, this is disgusting. It's so crispy. And that's just, sometimes you just don't want something crispy. Anyways, so the conversation continued, and she was just talking about... And I was like, wow, that's really great. You've done a lot with your life. Never once did she ask me anything about what I was doing. And then and started to hang out with us. And guess what? She didn't say a single thing to him about... You would at least ask about the thing that happened 5 years ago when I totally... I wanted to go home. And then she was like, "Do you want to get a drink?" And I was like... So I went. And guess what? It felt... And the whole time I was thinking... That was part one. Here's part two. It feels like a really intense time right now. And it probably always has been. And it probably always will be. But it feels really intense right now. And all we really have is to be kind to one another. And I hate the way that sounds coming out of my mouth. But it's really true. This summer, I was having lunch with my aunt and a bunch of other members of my family in Chilton, Wisconsin. And we were outside by the cars, and my aunt has a dog. And Fred was there, and you were there, and you were there. And all of a sudden I heard a scream. And my aunt was chasing this dog because the dog had crossed the street, a really busy street. And the dog was blind. But they made it back. Everything was fine. The dog just smelled ice cream or espresso or something. And I saw my aunt throw everything that was in her hands in the air when the dog crossed the street. Suitcase, phone, everything was just, she threw it in the air. Didn't matter. The line between something horrible happening, something being okay, is so small. And it's not necessarily what you'd expect. So for the love of God, please be kind to each other. Please. Please. And I'm going to give everyone a flower. Now. Might not actually have enough. Thank you. Well, that's all. Oh. And one for you too. And I'll get you guys some really soon. Thanks, I'm Emily. Stephen is next, followed by Evan.
Yeah.
Thanks,